Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going into episode 6, Survive 30 Minutes for the Rescue series. Once again, this is the final episode for the Rescue series on the updated branch of 10005C. And we are going to go jump into the pod without grabbing any parts from the space station here. We're just going to jump right in and see what we got. I believe now we have everything unlocked. Then it means that the repair station and the CO2, O2, everything is now all working. We're just going to need to turn everything on when we start this. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, let's go ahead and turn on all our systems. The first thing you do when you jump into the scenario, just in case you need anything. The only thing I leave off is the pressure machine. I don't want to mess up my pressure. In fact, I actually might want to... The one thing I can give a tip to help you out with pressure events is you can go ahead and leak some of your air out. It's going to drop your pressure down. Here, you'll see the pressure's dropping. And this is just so I can prepare for a pressure event. I'm just going to quickly do that. All right. Good enough. And we'll have that go ahead and bring us back to norm. So yeah, now I'm going to be at a lower pressure. And the reason I do that is because it's going to make my black hole event a little easier in case we have any of those. Because we had one in the last episode. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to do that. We'll open these so that these are accessible. Easy for me to get to. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and put everything on error. Let's turn this off. Go ahead and switch these cans out. Alright, full cans. Let's just go ahead and pump that out. Can you shush? Yeah, we're stabilized. We're stable. Shush. Okay, there we go. Alright, so everything's good now. Yeah, everything seems to be good. Now we just gotta wait for an error. Let's get this ready in case we ever need it. It's good. And now we have this wonderful device. This is the repair station. So we can go ahead and repair things when they break. Of course, we might have some spare parts here. I'm going to go ahead and put one in here. I'm actually going to store some stuff in here, so that if I need it, it's ready. I'm going to turn off the 0G real quick because it makes it so I can toss things 0G in there. Alright. No, you don't. Alright, we got a processor. That's good. What else we got? Yeah, we'll leave those in there. Don't care about those. It's fine. Oh, we got 2 filters. Very nice. Alright, so yeah, this is the device you'll use. You can scrap things in order to make repairs. One of the things I probably won't need repairs for is the processor, because I can always steal from something else. So this is something I'm just going to go ahead and dismantle. And when you dismantle an item, it turns into scrap. And the scrap can be used to repair parts. So the processor is actually worth a lot. I'm going to stick this back in here. And these I'm going to leave in here because I'm going to need to take... The reason I did that is because for electrical vents, you need to take power connectors off the devices. And I like the drawers to be available for that. Alright, we have a star detected. Things are going to get real hot real quick. Alright, so what we're going to do is turn everything we can off. We want it to get cold in here. And turn that off. It's going to be running on battery for a minute. That's fine. It's got a battery in it? Yes. We are going to need this device. We're going to turn it on when it gets hot in here. What I'm going to try to do is reduce the temperature in here as much as I possibly can. Run you on battery. Run you on battery. Go ahead and take the batteries out, so I don't go wasting all my batteries. Take these batteries out because everything's going to be running on battery, and I only want to run the things that I need on batteries. Definitely don't need the computer running on battery. Take that off. What else can we do? That we're going to need. Right, the sun's here, so take a look at our temperature. We're getting warm. Turn this on. Now this is going to cool us off. Basically what the sun event does is it makes it very hot in here. And by shutting down all the systems, especially the atomic pile, this atomic pile generates a ton of heat. You're going to save heat generation. Your pod's not going to generate that much heat. So I'm going to try and reduce it as much as possible. I'm actually going to take these monitors out because these monitors generate heat as well because they're pulling power. We'll reduce the power need. I'm going to blow on the filter. This sounds dirty. Okay. This went offline. Let's go ahead and get that back online. We're going to use the good battery for that. There we go. Keep our beacon going. These items are still flowing. Ability is good. It's getting very hot. You can see here it's getting toasty. Slowly getting toasty. We're fighting it here though with the AC. And basically with the AC's job, or we'll call it the heater, it's a AC heater unit. It's going to want to be right in the middle. So if you're colder than that, you don't want to turn it on yet if you're in a sun event, because it's going to go up by itself. Once you get past the halfway point, that's when you want to turn on this unit, because you don't want it assisting the sun and warming up the pod. Once it goes past that, now it's going to work to cool it, so now it's fighting the heat from the sun right now. And we're also doing a good job by running everything else on batteries and having everything else off, because nothing else is generating heat. Only the devices that are on and the sun. Okay, we're well in the green here. I think we're fine. Sit there and see the sun event. There it goes. Look at that bright ball, a Bernstein ball, trying to cook our pod. And that's the new event for Rescue. What is this? 06. They threw it right at us, first event, which is nice because I like that they did that, because what it basically does is it induces something new on you. And doesn't make you waste time doing events you already know. So I'm actually glad that they did do that. Now, it's not over yet. Even though the sounds like it went off. And it's just complaining that it's hot. As you can see, it is hot. But the event is not over until you see this needle dropping down. And there'll be this static noise. Shortly after the static noise, this static after the silence, you'll see that our temp's going to start coming down. But not yet. Just give it a few moments. The needle will drop. It's still going up. And, oh, no, still going. We're just going to wait till it comes back down. Yep, there it goes. Boom, we're back. We're back, boys. That's when you turn everything back on. You have light. We can leave everything on. I don't know if we turned too much stuff off. We really didn't need to. I think just the atomic pile. As long as you have batteries to throw at that stuff. We're going to go ahead and charge things real fast here. Turn this back on. We want to try and get these batteries charged before we worry about everything else. Because I do want to try and catch the next event if I can. I'm going to go ahead and try and do this fast. Oops. Come on, come on. All right. I want to get the beacon battery charged up a little bit. And then we'll stop there with the charging of batteries for now. Until we know what the next event is. That's going to be a little warm. There we go. Hopefully we didn't miss the event. Alright, blow on this. And we'll charge batteries after we know what the next event is, assuming it's nothing too dangerous. We'll see. Let me make sure I got all my batteries out. Need these batteries. Yep. Alright, it's about time to switch these bottles out. They're getting low. Swap these real quick. We can put we can put our displays back in so we know what they're saying. And good. Asteroid field. Alright. Oh, I can charge through an asteroid field. So now that's good because we're going to be able to charge all the batteries. There's not much you can do in an asteroid field other than just accept the hits. So that's going to give us time to charge all of our batteries, which is great. The reactor's getting a little bit warm. Yep. That's why this is charging faster. Good. Get that out. Put this in. Charge that battery real fast. And I know that there's going to be errors and pangs soon, but I really want these batteries. They're important. Okay, now I got to let our reactor cool down a little bit. As you'll see, we just charged a bunch of batteries, and our reactor's on a little bit on the warm side, but it's going to quickly cool because I turned it off. There we go. It's cold enough, I think. Just a little bit warm. That's fine. I don't have anything broken yet. And we're going to go ahead and switch our screens now. Turn this on just for a second to see if there's an error, and then turn it off. Check our error lists. Okay, something happened. Bad switch. Not a big deal. That just means the power switch is damaged, but that's okay. Remember, we had an extra in one of these drawers here. There we go. And there we go. We can still shut that off. And in fact, when you get a damaged part, your best bet is to get whatever you can out of it. So this might not be destroyed all the way. So I can go ahead and put it in here and disassemble it. Oh, but it's already... Okay, so if it's not destroyed all the way, which I had a feeling this one was, because it's kind of darker in color. All right, what else was that? I heard a spark. Oh! Fire. Fire. Get the extinguisher. Nope. Yeah, we put the fire out. Put this back. Light panic-inducing fire. Alright. Something got toasted here. I don't know what. We'll find out. Got a bad power transformer. Okay, good to know. But this is bad. Don't have any extras, so we're going to go ahead and repair this. Hit repair here, and then it will slowly repair. You'll see there's a progress bar. It's going to repair that part for us. And then we can replace it. That's what's great about the repair station. Alright, see what other error codes we got. None there. We've got none here, none there. It says it's working fine. Alright, I think we're doing okay, guys. Alright, it's done cooking. Grab our transformer. Make sure the device is off. Put it back in. And bam. Yep, oxygen's a little low, but it's going to fix itself. Now, I optionally could just pull that this canner out and vent it myself, but I chose not to. Okay, we're going to have an electromagnetic. We're going to turn off all non-essential devices. Whoops, I think I just did through the wall. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this out. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. All right, we got an electrical magnetic field coming, so we're going to go ahead and start shutting down all non-essential systems. We don't need the computer. We already know it's electromagnetic. We aren't going to need this right now. We aren't going to need power for the lights. The emergency lights, we can go ahead and pull this and run it on battery. Electrical storage, put this away. Alright, and for now we're going to leave that on. We just want a few systems on. I'm going to need this to run on. Alright, that's just telling us that we're pulling too much power. I'm going to run this on the big battery. Oops. There we go. Keep that sucker running. It looks like the data cable got damaged. We'll get back to that. We need to start worrying about other stuff. Turn off the grav generator. We're going to turn off this. We're going to go ahead and pull the power from here. I need to start running things on batteries. Start with the CO2 as the most important device. Because the reactor's off, I don't have to worry about getting electrocuted right now. I could have swore I had a bunch of stuff in there. Anyway, put that there, and then need a battery. Put a battery in our oxygen. that going. Nothing fried? Yes, I did a good job. Turn everything off. Alright, so everything's running on battery power. Now with the electrical vent, no connectors in those systems that have just the battery power. This data cable needs to get replaced, so let's go ahead and pop in a new one. There's the data cable. I'm going to go ahead and find one. I think it's in the second drawer. Here? Yeah. Got ourselves a fresh data cable just to get an idea of how much time we have. There we go. Now we can see the time again. Whenever you have weird characters on the screen, that's almost always a time thing. It's good to know that. And, I'm just going to put this here for now. Alright. Now we're running on power. Or battery power, that is. That giant flash of light is actually that's the surge. So when you see the giant flash of light where everything kind of turns white, and if you look, listen for a spark, that means you forgot to turn something off that has a power connector still in it, and that's what you need to look out for. Alright, we're hearing the sputtering of the CO2. Let's go ahead and blow on that. Alright, cans need to be swapped. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. The electrical event is over, so we can go ahead and start putting power connectors back in. Electrical storage. Go ahead and do that. Oops. Put that in, turn it back on, grab my battery, put it away. Go ahead and turn this back on. We have... This is on, right? Yes. Turn this off, grab the battery. Put it here. Electrical connector. There we go. Gonna need an electrical connector here. Beacon's very important. Battery out. This got stuck because of this. Don't know what's happening here. Oh, you guys will figure it out. Yeah, we can turn everything back on. Let's get some lights back on. We can turn off the emergency lights. And real lights back on. Computer back on so we get a warning. Do want to charge my big battery. Go ahead and turn that on. Cycler going. Give me my big battery charge, please. Wait for that. This is what's going to be running our beacon in case of power failure. So we want to have this at the ready. One more blip. One more blip. Come on, give it to me. There we go. All right, and we're going to wait for the error code before we try any more charging. This is kind of messed up, but it's fine. I can still get in here. This hoop shouldn't mess with it. Just keep it up. You can get stuck on this door. I've noticed that in the past. Alright, looking good. Don't have any error codes. Let me just double check this real quick. On battery is not an error. Fine. Oh, we have our next event. I must have missed it. Alright, so it's a cold nebula. No big deal. We just got to reduce power usages by turning things off. We don't have to pull anything out. We're just going to turn off devices we're not using to minimize the use of our power. Turn that on battery. Turn this off. Alright, perfect. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is turn off devices and turn them on to try and maximize the amount of usage we have out of our power. So by turning this on, oh, we need to get batteries in here. Yeah, we'll use these used batteries. It's fine. So we can see the monitor when we turn them on. So you can do this. And as long as it's kind of close to the green, you turn it off. We don't want them working at maximum efficiency. You know, when our breathability starts coming down, we'll turn them back on, get everything back to normal. just to maximize the life on these batteries, because they will work harder than they need to with the battery on all the time. So just turn them on when you need the breathability to go up. Just keep your eye on this during a cold nebula, because this beacon's pulling a lot of power, and I don't want it to drain too much of my battery. That's basically why I'm doing that. And then we'll just ride the storm. All right, we're getting near the red, so we'll go ahead and turn these on. Get our breathability back up. You can look at these gauges here to see. You want this to be as low as possible, below the green, and this one you want to be close to even. Oxygen's just about there. Turn that off, and CO2 at just 1 point. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Turn that off now, and we'll save those batteries. We're already down to almost 10 minutes, guys. We're making it through. No big deal. Really, the biggest threat is the new event on this one, because they throw the sun at you, and if you're not used to dealing with that, and you're like, oh, I can't control the heat, well, I can tell you that it's the reactors, number one here, generating heat, and you basically have to treat it like an electrical storm, where you want to run everything that you absolutely need on battery, only this time you absolutely need the AC heater unit, and once again, just pay attention to the pod temp. When it's low like this, and in a sun event, it'll automatically go up because the sun will heat it up. When it goes above the halfway point, which is between the two reds here, it starts going past that. That's when you want to turn this on battery power, and let it help fight the heat. And that'll keep you alive. We'll never even hit into the red. All right, oxygen is needed, and so is CO2. Breathability is dropping. If you don't like these sounds, because I certainly don't, you can just pull the buzzers out. They're right here on the side. Oh, this is sputtering. Let me clean it. Alright, our breathability's in the green. Good to go. Alright, CO2 is good. Let's get the oxygen up. I'll let that pump for a little bit. So O2 is a little bit lower than it should be. So we'll go ahead and let that get some O2 in the air for us. Oh, it's empty. I'm like, something's wrong. Look at our CO2 bottle. Yeah, it's getting pretty full too. Alright, we're going to pull some of that out. Still in it. This is a very long event. So very good that I have this large battery, because all this time would be lost. Okay, we're about to exit the event. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these on and pull the batteries out. The event's about over. There it is. Put our lights back on. Turn this off. Oops. We're going to go ahead and rip this out. We are out of the event. We should definitely be getting heat. Okay, yeah. Everything's coming back up. Just taking a while to heat up. Turn that on too. That on so I can hear when new events happening. The beacon's not showing anything on display because right now we're charging our batteries, but it should be operating. We'll find out. Okay, it's almost there. Oh, I guess we're jumping right into that. Alright, well that's fine. Their error code's ready. I'm going to charge batteries in between pangs. A bird. Monitor down there, I don't care. Charge that. Put out. For the next pang. See if we have another monitor we can replace this with. Nah, it's okay. Not necessary. We can just do this. It's fine. Nothing happened. Bad master alarm. Big deal. Alright, let's pop a battery in for a bit. One more blip. Got it. Oops. Anything? Nothing? Hole. I hear a leak, I think. Where's the leak? Am I hearing a hole? No? Maybe I'm crazy. We'll find out afterwards. It's too noisy. Sounds like a hole, though. Oh, maybe not. Okay, and we're going to have a gravitational. There is a hole. I knew I heard one. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Alright, so we're going right into a gravitational singularity. We're going to need our pressure machine. We're already down. It's jumping right into it. I see we're not getting any rest here. Go ahead and change these so they're ready. Turn off your O2. Remember, we don't need the O2 during a high pressure event. We're going to get ready for the O2 event. And basically what you want to do here... Oh, make sure this is working. It is. No problems. On that. And we're going to be watching the pressure. When it rises. It is slowly going to drop because I'm breathing oxygen and not putting anything in the air. It's pulling CO2 out. Oh, and there it is. It's starting. So turn this on. As soon as you go above the 1, we are above the 1 now. All right, so turn on the pressure. So now it's above 1, it's going to start pulling air out. I didn't want to push any air in. And the next thing is to just make sure these are clean. And since we started below the, we started at like 0.8 maybe, 0.81 bar, we shouldn't have any problem keeping this pressure from going into the red. It should be A-okay. Pressure machine and the CO2 should be able to keep us in the green. As you can see, our breathability is not too terrible, and our oxygen is way above 20%, so we shouldn't have any problems at this level of pressure with oxygen. If anything, maybe too much breathability at some point. Alright, and we're holding it. The pressure machine is fighting. You can see that needle's jumping down, up, down, up. It's fighting. Hopefully we can keep her from cracking. We don't want to pop any holes. And you got to be careful when you're clicking on things during a grav event, because as you see, the drawers are opening and moving by themselves. So you can easily touch a power connector on something and electrocute yourself. Very bad. You don't ever want to do any of that stuff. So, you know, focus real hard on the thing you're touching. More important than speed. Alrighty. Pressure is coming down. I'm going to go ahead and turn the pressure machine off. I'm going to turn the O2 back on. Oh, because the O2 is going... See, now it says too high O2. Because like I said, higher pressure, you need less O2. But now the pressure is going to drop, so that's not going to be the case shortly. Oh. Let's not turn that on yet, then. Should actually need O2 at this point. I don't understand. Yeah, okay, there we go. Then the requirements for O2 is going up now because our pressure's dropping. As you see, the requirements for O2 is now equal, and it's going to need more O2 in this to survive. Alright, I'm going to leave it off for now, though. I'll balance that once I'm at the location that I want to be at. I'm going to up the pressure just a little bit. I don't want it to be too low. I like to be around 0.75. And as you'll see, we didn't crack anything open. You know, we didn't need to do anything in regards to the pressure making holes in our pod or anything like that. Only a minute to go. We should get out of here, no problem. Alright, so I'm going to leave the pressure machine on. It's doing its thing. It's getting some nitrogen in here. Alright. Oxygen is needed. Some oxygen pumping in here. Oh, I'm aware. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's A-okay. There we go. We are in breathable atmosphere. Alright, that's high enough on the pressure. I'm going to turn that off. Pressure's already going to go up some more because we need more oxygen to survive. So we're going to go ahead and let it do its thing. We also burned a lot of the O2
Jerry,
in that event.
can you hear me?
There we go.
It's me. I'm aboard the rescue ship. We're almost there. Just keep
Excellent.
your beacon online a few more seconds so we don't lose you. We're going to bring you home, alright?
Alright, guys. And that was the Rescue 06 event. We didn't bring any more parts. I only had to use the repair station one time for the power transformer, which I could have got away probably with a damaged transformer. But regardless, we did it. There it is. Finished all the rescue scenarios. Apparently, I didn't have that achievement, but I do now. So that must be something I missed. But anyway, thanks, guys, for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And if you want to see any other videos, go ahead and comment down below. I'm happy to make them for you. All right. Take care. Have a good one.